A space station is in the process of being built to be used to study the Earth, stars, and man in space, and boiling a kettle of water. What do these three things have in common? They are all directly linked to the wonderful thing called science. These examples show that science is a powerful determinant of the conditions of the modern world, not just for today or the near future, but for centuries to come. Today's science is the foundation for tomorrow's progress. Progress and development of a country largely depends on the zeal and brilliance of youth. History is witness to contributions of young scientists who selflessly tired themselves in the service of science and overall good of humanity. The natural asset to science is youth, which can exhibit resolve, determination, and intellect to further the cause of overall good of humanity through science. Pakistan is blessed with enormous talents of youth, which has 55% young population. These young minds are responsible for the advancement and propagation of scientific knowledge in the country. Pakistan Science Foundation, for the last 34 years, is moving with a vision of creating culture of inventions and innovation. With a parallel but equally important aim to advance science and technology to accelerate socio-economic development.
There is no drive, you see. All entities of government, they are very keen to promote science and technology in the country because this is the rhetoric for development. Even the least developed country, they have now the national slogan that if science and technology is strong, our economy will be strong, and if economy is strong, definitely the country will be strong.
However, viable science popularization programs to motivate youth towards a career in science have been the forte of Pakistan Science Foundation. Pakistan, with its grown population and needs, direly needed an institute which can determine the scientific future of the country. Pakistan Science Foundation has established multiple institutions to address science in the 21st century.
Pakistan Science Foundation is a very, very welcoming organization. In my university, which is Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Medical University, they have sponsored many major research projects. One of them is looking at deafness, hereditary deafness, genetic causes of deafness, so that the deafness, nerve deafness, genetic deafness can be prevented altogether by intervention.
PSF has established Pakistan Museum of Natural History, Pakistan Scientific and Technological Information Center, science popularization through science caravans, science fairs, celebrating World Science Day, essay and poster competitions, and establishment of science clubs. PMNH is a project of Pakistan Science Foundation and Ministry of Science and Technology. PMNH scientists work on various projects for the popularization of natural history through research publications, displays, exhibits, and dioramas. Pakistan Museum of Natural History has 4 divisions, namely Botanical Sciences, Earth Sciences, Zoological Sciences, and Public Services. The first 3 divisions are engaged in the collection, preservation, identification, and research activities pertaining to plants, fossils, and minerals and animals resources of Pakistan respectively. While the latter is responsible for mass education and popularization of the natural history through various displays, exhibits, and dioramas. There are more than 30 scientists and other professionals engaged in research pertaining to the natural wealth of Pakistan. PMNH scientists contribute towards discovery of new species of animals, fossils, and plants, as well as publish research outcomes in the national and international journals. PMNH collaborates with various R&D and academic organizations of foreign countries such as China, France, Italy, Poland, Switzerland, Tajikistan, UK, and the USA for research activities.
म्यूजियम से क्या मतलब है, हमें फायदा क्या हो सकता है इस म्यूजियम से की बात क्या है।
PMNH organizes symposia, workshops, conferences related to the natural history issues on a regular basis.
I just stop and read the whole instruction.
The patronization of Pakistan Science Foundation has been always available to Pakistan Museum of Natural History, and they have encouraged our various programs, especially say the present chairman of Pakistan Science Foundation. His contribution is remarkable in developing new initiatives at Pakistan Museum of Natural History.
If you have to train the student, particularly the young student, you have to make the science as a fun. So we are making the science as a fun. We first impart the training, instruction to the students through digital system, because there are 4 or 5 computers in each bus. So they look at, they grasp the information what is being imparted through computer, through learning management system, and then they conduct the practical by themselves, because we have also fabricated some kits, so they can conduct all different types of practical which are prescribed in their syllabus.
Which is called plasma. अभी आप यहाँ पे देखो तो light है.
Celebration of different international days is a regular feature of PMNH activities. PMNH facilitates in setting up new museums, establishment of National Museum of Science and Technology, Lahore, Maritime Museum, Karachi, Children Complex, Lahore, Science Center, Faisalabad are some of the examples on its credit.
पाकिस्तान साइंस फाउंडेशन ने पाकिस्तान में साइंस की प्रमोशन में बहुत काम किया है और इनका बहुत मेहनत से इन्होंने काम किया है, जिससे कि वाकई ही पाकिस्तान में साइंस की तरक्की के लिए काफ़ी तक़वियत मिली है।
While it is important to articulate scientific knowledge to the scientists, researchers, academics, and general public, Pakistan Science Foundation has set up Pakistan Scientific and Technological Information Center.
Beside capacity building of our researchers, scientists, and librarians, we also actually are working for other services, like we are in a phase to develop a consortium of libraries of Pakistan.
PASTEC, is a prime example of knowledge network which disseminates scientific and technological information to scientists, researchers, engineers, entrepreneurs, industry, and citizens of Pakistan.
It's a wonderful place because it provides you with conducive environment where you can study peacefully. Besides this, there are a lot of facilities available which actually helps you in finding out resources.
It is very helpful in our research purposes, and I wish that this institute will be progressed by leaps and bounds.
PASTEC have purchased database of Scopus which have millions of authentic journal articles from Science Direct.
Our main aim is to actually make PASTEC an information hub to cater the information needs of our users.
Pakistan Science Foundation is actively engaged in establishing linkages with other national, regional, and international organizations to promote research and facilitate scientists, technologists, and technopreneurs of the country.
Project to take students to England, I think that is the way to sort of inspire our young students. And there's another project in which they got the chance to meet Nobel laureates from Asia. I think in that way, a Science Foundation is playing a very important role.
Because of PSF, I was able to go to this event, the London International Youth Science Forum, and due to that, I was able to come on hands knowledge with such amazing skills.
The tour was very informative and fascinating. It also increased and broader views about the science and technology.
After returning, you see that they were so motivated that they categorically said that we intend to become scientists, we intend to become technologists. So otherwise, if we had not sent them, I expect that the inspiration what they have got to become as a scientist would have been meaningless.
Pakistan and China, the two brotherly neighboring countries, are collaborating with each other in scientific research through their scientific institutions such as National Natural Science Foundation of China, Chinese Academy of Sciences, and Beijing Museum of Natural History. PSF and National Science Foundation China have jointly funded 14 research projects in January 2017. The relationship between PSF and UNESCO goes back decades. Scientific information exchange, developing virtual tours of museums, conservation of nature, and support for Science Day are the highlights of this outstanding partnership.
Pakistan Science Foundation has since many years played a very important role in UNESCO, and the Pakistan Science Foundation have been partnering since many years, and we're very happy in taking this partnership forward.
Pakistan Science Foundation is obviously doing an excellent job in the promotion of science, but also museum, road shows and exchange between Pakistan and the rest of the countries, my country in France, but also with the help of UNESCO. So great job, excellent job from PSF.
We have initiated to fund bilateral projects with China, with Turkey, with Sri Lanka, with Iran, and also we intend to start the same type of program with South Korea and some other countries in near future, inshallah.
There are round-the-year activities carried out by PSF, which are out of the box and present an opportunity to young scientists and academics to polish their abilities and present their ideas. PSF is organizing Invention to Innovation Summit annually since 2012, which is a fantastic ideation of converting ideas into technologies to harness innovation in wide-ranging fields. All day long, technologies and projects are on display to private and public sector organizations. PSF, through these summits envisions invention, commercialization, and socio-economic development through research and development.
We have started many different types of programs. Particularly for invention to innovation, we have started some program whereby we are funding technology-oriented projects to different universities and R&D organizations.
Realizing the energy crisis in recent years in Pakistan, PSF initiated installation of biogeysers with agro-waste composting for underprivileged communities. Biogeysers were developed with the objective to fabricate the dual technology biogeysers, popularize it, and train the local fabricators for sustainability and scalability of the project. PSF has been successful in reducing dependence on gas and improve quality of life of common Pakistanis. Geysers proved to be a resounding success and another feather in the cap of PSF. PSF envisions to advance science and technology to accelerate socio-economic development, create a culture of inventions and innovations, and above all, to motivate the youth, the very essence of this great country, who holds the key of ushering Pakistan into civilized and developed world to enter into spheres of science and take this country to greatest heights which our founder, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, wished for.